Alrighty, folks, it's time to deal with some binomial radical expressions. It's going to be awesome. Right, Jenny? Jenny's watching me do some of these videos right now. She's going to learn some math, just like you guys. So we're going to be able to add and subtract radical expressions. That's our objective for this section. So the main idea here, we're going to relate this back to dealing with x's, our variables. Now remember when we used to use like numbers to make sense of things, and then all of a sudden now variables make more sense? Crazy, right? So 7x plus 2x, I think we all know that that's 9x. And if you didn't know that was 9x, now we know. You also have a bit of review to do. Alright, the next one, 7 root 2 plus 8 root 2. Notice how the root 2 and the root 2 are the same? That's kind of like the x and the x being the same. It wouldn't work if we had x and x squared. You can't add those together. But since it's x and x, you can. And since it's root 2 and root 2, you can. And we just add our coefficients, 15 root 2. Bippity boppity boo. So what I want you to do here is take a moment to look at these four. Two of these you can simplify, meaning you can add or subtract them. Two of them you cannot. Remember, the radical has to be the same. You have to have square root, cube root, fourth root. Both have to be the same. And also what's inside of that radical has to be the same. And then all you do is add or subtract the coefficients. So why don't you pause the video and see if you can get it right. Alrighty. So this first one, we have fourth root of x and the fourth root of x. Notice how these two parts are the same. That means we can combine like terms and we get 7 fourth root of x. So 7 times the fourth root of x, because 4 plus 3 is 7. Donezo! Let's go over to the right. Notice how we have cube root and fourth root. Those are not the same. Therefore, we cannot add those together. So you can't simplify. That's it. Good as it gets. Alright, bottom left, we have square root of xy and square root of xy. These two are the same, and we can just subtract. Well, think of this as like minus 1 root xy. What's 4 minus 1? Well, that would be 3 square root xy. Awesome. Let's take a look at the last one. I guess if you read the directions, which we usually don't, it seems like. But if you did read the directions, you'll know that this one's not going to work. But let's talk about why it's not going to work. I have the cube root and I've got the fifth root. No way, no how, ain't going to work. Alrighty. Nice work, you guys.